Okay. Good day, everyone. I'm Barrister Peter, presenting for Aquatrac team. Aquatrac Sustainable Fish Feed Production, Farmers Insect Meal. Aquatrac Farmers Insect Meal with affordable quality insect feed delivered to your farm in 24 hours. We are working in line with Sustainable Development Goals of zero hunger, life below water, and life on land. Nigerian farmers are concerned with scarcity and rising cost of fish meal. Price increase over 120%. 90% of farmers reliant on scarce imported fish meal. About 200,000 low-income farmers are at risk. This is due to increased production costs, loss of income, reduced productivity and profit. This is a result of climate change, COVID-19 pandemic, and overfishing. This has made the price of fish, which should be the cheapest source of protein to low-income households, increase by 250%. Farmers are saying that feed is the most expensive thing that is a major challenge affecting them. The share of households practicing fish farming, it shows that Niger Delta region is leading with 7.3%. Farmers are seeking an affordable alternative to fish feed. While our solution is ideal, we offer affordable quality, environmental friendly insect feed, a reliable alternative insect feed with high crude protein that is less vulnerable to climate or pandemic and reduces farmers' production costs by 48% and increased productivity. Our competitive advantage, our feed is affordable, quality, and offers speedy delivery of insect feed and improves the fish weight by 37%. We offer free demonstration training, free technical consultant, and we have local service providers stationed in each cluster, and our factory is close to the target market. Insect meal market industry overview. The major players are Multibox, Evermeal, Hotel Copens, and Protex. An estimated insect feed market size is 2,204 million, then addressable market size 118 million. The sector that is dominating is aquaculture, taking so much of this insect meal. The demand gap for fish in Nigeria shows that we have about total fish demand is 3.32 million metric ton, and domestic production is 1.12. We have a shortfall of 2.11 million metric ton. We have about 3 million fish farmers in Nigeria, 22 low-income cluster farms within Delta State. This is one of the clusters in Delta State with Ekpan cluster phase 1. The feed consumption is 180 tons monthly, small ponds with great opportunities.
Before we started, we segmented our prospective markets to understand who our customers are, where they aggregate and what they like, and we profile them according to demographics, geographics, psychographics, and behavioral patterns. We have already established working relationships with some cluster farm organizations in the Niger Delta, and nonprofits, and some of these are on the screen. We are currently focused on two products: the Aquatrac insect feed for fish, which provides nutritional protein for fishes, and the biofertilizer, which is a direct waste from the fishes. The insect feed is pelletized for easy use and is packaged in a 15 kg bag with capabilities for speedy delivery within the Niger Delta. This feed addresses the nutritional, affordability, and reliability concerns of the farmers and can be used for up to 6 months. We have also researched the competitive landscape per product pricing and discovered that the prices range for similar sized bags between $21 per bag to about $35 for foreign-based products. At $13 per bag, we're easily the cheapest alternative, but we're offering the same level of quality protein required for fishes. We are currently focused on a monthly production of 20.5 tons, which is about 0.2% of the market, but we believe that there is a lot of room for growth. Over the next few months, we intend to increase production to about 100 tons monthly, and eventually we plan to capture a significant share of the 1,800 tons per month demand required by the 22 cluster farms in the Niger Delta. In terms of strengths, we have a strong, vibrant team. We have domain expertise with experience in this field. We have good working relationships with farmers associations and unions in the Niger Delta, and we are able to provide training and support to our customers. However, we are constrained with inadequate infrastructure, we're constrained with space challenges, and we also have a lack of access to credit.
Insect meal for fish field has great potentials and would be glad if you come with us. So we're working with 3 P's of marketing. If we increase the cost, if we increase the input by just 10%, there'll be a really reduction in price of fish by 5%. We are also looking at the place. We are going to sign MOUs with new cluster firms and also with distributors within the Niger Delta. This would increase our reach. Promotion. Increase in reach about 15%, sales agent commissions about 5% to 8% annually. We would also be giving out free charts, kits, discount on referrals, and then repeat purchase. Also word of mouth marketing and testimonials. We'll also be organizing quarterly workshops. Operational plan. This shows clearly how the business is going to be run. And it has 4 different segments, which is the rearing process, where you start with the larva, and also to get into the proper stage and where we get the eggs from. And also we go to the sorting and harvesting, which is automated, and then we harvest them with technologies. We go into the post-harvest process, which is a variable where we inspect and to ensure that we have processing and decontamination is not allowed. Processing and then monitoring and distributor. So the next thing also we move on to is just showing clearly the business model, which is showing you our key partners, which is the farmers, the farm input, the key activities, which includes the insect meal. Our value proposition remains affordable and quality insect meal, which has to be delivered in 24 hours to your doorstep, which is your farm. And then we also have the customer segment and the customer relationship. You can read all that also on your screen.
These are the team members pioneering Aquatrac insect feed. Then we have our profitability, our revenues, gross profit, and net income. And we expect our annual growth of 20%. We expect a price increase of about 8% and cost of production to increase by 6% annually. We are seeking financing to produce 1,200 tons of insect meat annually and required capital of $480,600, 80% equity, 80% from equity, $384,480, and 20% from loan, $96,120. We expect an annual of sales of 80,400 bags of fish feed at $13 per bag, and revenue of $1.1 million. Sustainability plan. We'll continue to work to align ourselves with sustainable development goals and guide our future sustainability through our corporate activities and responsibilities. Our insect feed will help to alleviate the pressure over the environment and the necessity to feed the world growing population. Its use will also lead to improved food security, economic environment, and improvement. We'll also be promoting adoption of best practices insect farming in spraying of 5 meter by 10 among rural women in communities. Thereafter, we become an off-taker or take from them. It has potential of creating 102,500 new jobs, additional source of income. And we are proposing a training of 1,600 farmers, youth, and entrepreneurs and policymakers. This is to promote the adoption of insect rearing among rural communities. This will enable us to increase our production, our output of our product. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Team Aquatrac, for the presentation. Very, very interesting. Would you tell me a little bit, if you don't mind, about the component of your production you refer to as insect rearing, insect production, egg harvesting? How does that work for you? Do you purchase the eggs? Will you ultimately harvest these on your own, that part of it. And the second part to the question, if I read the documents correctly, 65% of your feed are insect components. Just curious what the other 35% is.
Okay, thank you. Regarding for that of the insects, what we do, we get the what is the broodstock. We get the insect, the broodstock. We're using either the mealworm and the black fly. So when we get the insect, they lay the eggs. From the eggs, they hatch. They hatch, and it takes 15 days. It takes them 15 days to hatch into the larva stage. That's what we harvest. Only 1%. We allow 1% to grow into adults so that we can use it for production. That's what we do regarding that of the insect. So once they get to the larva stage, we harvest the larva, sort them out. From sorting them out, then we take them to processing. We dry them. After drying them, then we mill them and take them to the processing center. Then you talked about the 45%. The 45% has to do with to be making use of grains. We also be making use of grains. The 45% grains and other additives make up the 45%, the 35%, sorry. We are using 65% for the insect meal, while the 35% come from the additives and the grains that we'll be using.
Thank you very much for a very wonderful presentation. So I have two quick questions. The first one, I'm assuming you have started production. In the last 12 months or so, how much have you made? And then secondly, if you are looking for an investment of 480 and you're going to recover twice that in 1 year, how come you have not been able to make so much more if it is this profitable?
Well, I don't from what we presented, we've not really said we're going to make twice that money in a year. It's going to take us a period of 3 years. That's why our loan is for a period of, the loan we are taking for a period of 3 years. That's one. Then for that of the insect general, I didn't get the last question, the first question initially. I missed that.
How much have you been making in the last 12 months?
Okay.
How much have you made?
For that of the last 12 months, what we produce is about 1,500 bags. That's the maximum we can produce. So far, we've made about because what we do is we revolve the funds. So about 80 million naira. About 80 million naira. When you look at terms of revolving the funds, we produce, we sell, then we have to come back for production. So we produce 1,500 bags maximum monthly, and at a rate of $5,000, $13, about 5,500. That is about 5 million or 7 million per truck.
And just to add to that also, is just to also say that we don't have enough capacity to attend to the growing demands that currently exist in that market.
Yeah, I just have a few questions. It's a very interesting idea. You are adding another source of feed to the food chain for the fish, which is very good. However, it seems as if the technology is so simple that competitors can very easily enter. Maybe I'm getting it wrong. What would be the competitive advantage or differentiation that makes you reap from this idea before too many people enter and probably spoil the market? Number one. Number two, it seems as if there is some knowledge that is required. These biosciences you're doing. So what's the plan for sustainability in terms of key man risk? If Peter is not there and Ogini is not there, how does this project of rearing insects at scale, how does it continue? So those are the two questions.
Okay, so quickly address the first question. So we have years of experience working with the farmers, the fish farmers, farmer associations and unions in Niger Delta. So there's a stickiness that has come out of a long-term relationship with them. Two is we have we have experience also in insect production. So those are two things that I think that I believe offers a better comparative advantage.
You have
But
those,
The other,
but what about sustainability of that knowledge? I mean, the five of you, just the 5 or 6 of you, probably below you, there'll be 10, 20, 30, but how are they also being brought to have the same experience you have for sustainability and scale? Do you have an academy?
the major thing, Peter, okay. The major thing here is for that of we having competitors coming in, we also have grains all over where we have Grand Series having their grain farm, which is not sufficient for them. So they have to start taking from others. So they also have Olam too. Olam going around trying to source for grains, maybe importing, despite the type of the vast acres of land of farmlands they have. So I think this industry, what we are doing is we are taking edge in terms of working with the locals. We're going to work with the locals and see our best. We're going to help us to support whatever will be given out. And definitely we expect what we were expecting. We expect green vital feed, Grand Series, and all that. They also be coming directly to us to uptake from us instead of going to buy, because they prefer meeting those who are already into it and making the system, the value chain, it needs to be easier for them. They prefer to go to those who are already doing it and take from them than going down to the market or trying to go over and start rearing. So those who are rearing, they'll definitely patronize. They will definitely want to patronize and buy from us and going there. They have the funds to do whatever they have. They have more fast, huge capital, more than us, more than everyone else, but they prefer finding the easy way out and getting whatever they want, cutting down much cost. Then talking about in terms of after Peter Michael, if Peter Michael is not there, if Peter is not there, Temitope is not there, we have other teams who are working with me. You know, these are part of most of the things I do at my research level, then brought back to that I brought back in the industry. So I have a lot of persons who also be working with us, but not just four. We have others who will also be working with us in order to ensure that this thing continue. And definitely we'll also be providing trainings for our staff. Part of this capacity building of our staff and ensuring that from time to time, it's about laying down process system, developing systems that work. So when the system is there, it's just for you to look at the system, what the system is doing, and continue to work along with the system.
Any other questions, comments? Darius?
Hi. So just a quick comment. I'm a judge on another startup challenge called the Extreme Tech Challenge, and what was fascinating to me is the number of companies that are getting into this space of insect protein. What I like about your concept is you want to feed the insect protein to the fish as opposed to feeding it directly to people. A lot of these other companies are putting insect protein in energy bars, which I don't understand where they think the consumer market is for that. So I think your solution is really cool. I also think that, I understand the need for capital investment because from the images you shared of your production process, it looks quite rudimentary and very hard to scale. So I guess the question, which is similar to the question that's already been asked, is do you actually have a detailed business plan with costing to figure out how to actually industrialize your production to reach scale? Like what's the technology, what's the capital cost, what's the operation and maintenance? Have you figured all that out in detail?
I think yes, we have a financial analysis as regards that. We have, I think we did a detailed work as regards that. That's what we're able to arrive at looking at what's going to cost us to produce a unit, to get a unit of that insect meal. It costs us about 42 cents to get that feed, to get a fish to insect meal. That's what it's costing us. So I think that's what we did. We did the cost and looked at it. The major thing is just the infrastructure, things we need. things we need in order to be able to meet up with that 100 tons monthly. That's just a major thing there. And it's not complicated. The rearing process, even it's just like you having your normal farm, and being trained on how to go about it. Then we come over and harvest get a larva from you, and we go ahead. But the initial one will also be supplying the broodstock to some of these farmers who will be working with us. We'll be supplying the broodstock to them, and we also do the process. We also be having our own farm too, in order to ensure that there's sustainability.
The reason I bring it up is because when I was viewing these other pitches in this other competition, I saw that some of these companies had quite sophisticated vertical structures for propagating the insect larva, and so they weren't looking for a lot of land and building space. They had found a way to do scale production of insect larvae in a multi-layered vertical structure. So I would encourage you to try to do more research on what are some of the technological solutions for scaling production that might, I don't know what the cost benefit is on that versus, a bigger physical space, but you might want to just check it out, because this is becoming a very hot segment right now. And in some of these international companies are getting big money to build out their products. So you want to be with them, not chasing them.
Yes, there is a technology that involves use of wood that takes lesser space. There's that one too, that which we also be getting. I know what you're talking about. I know about that one. The use of the wooden design that allows for easy ventilation and all that. I know about it. Yeah.
And Neil, did you have a question?
Yeah, thank you very much for the presentation and for your project, which is very exciting. Just a quick question. At the beginning, you spoke a little bit about two products. In fact, you spoke about the fish feed and the biofertilizer, if I'm not mistaken. And first, I think it's very smart making a waste a new product. That's very smart of a vision of your production process. Can you tell us a little bit more about these products, the potential of this product, and how you see it in your global business model?
For that of the fish feed, what we do with the fish feed is for just the farmers to make use of. That the farmers make use of it. It takes the farmers use it. It takes a period of 4 to 5 months or 6 months thereabout. The farmers rear for 4 to 6 months, and they use it daily. And a particular farmer uses a minimum of 2 tons because he has minimum of two ponds. So 2 ponds, they use one ton. That's 2 tons, and they buy every day. And about 346 bags sold on a daily basis. That one for that of insect feed. And it's a cycle. Every 3-5 months, they go for the next cycle again. And sometimes you have farmers going for a cycle before they want to harvest. That's that one. Therefore, that of the waste, we'll be getting the waste. And these waste are biofertilizers. So we'll also be packaging this because currently some of us that have a poultry farm, we have people coming from the north to pack up the waste and they process it. But ours is directly, you can also use it as a biofertilizer. So we'll also be giving to them. We have persons that are coming to pick it in trailer loads. We have some allergies that come, allergies from the north, I think Kano and Kaduna. They come to pick, bag them. They have their own bag, they bag and go, and they pay for each of the bags. So if you see it, there's revenue stream coming from the feed itself, and the revenue stream coming from the waste. The waste is that something that we cannot just throw away, because we are making money from dealing with we're making money from the insect feed. But the waste, we can't just throw it away. You just have to get something from it too.